Hi, everybody. As you probably watched the presidential debate last night, as I know I did, I had a lot of questions and concerns for candidate Governor Mitt Romney. He said that one of his first acts on the job, should he be elected as President of the United States, will be to eradicate the Affordable Care Act. For me personally, this act will affect me on a daily basis, and it's one of the main reasons why I voted for Barack Obama in the fall of 2008. 6 months ago, I was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease by a clinical diagnosis, which blood work later confirmed, as well as 4 or 5 very aggressive co-infections. I've chosen to treat these co-infections and the Lyme disease itself in a naturopathic, holistic manner. Most of my treatment plan is not covered by health insurance, although I do have adequate health insurance. But 38 million Americans do not have adequate health insurance, and what choice do they have but to suffer with their illnesses on a daily basis without the support and financial dependence that I have. Luckily for me, my family and my fiance have been extremely generous with their time and their money. But not all people are like me and don't have those things in their lives. 46, I think the last figure was, million Americans don't have health insurance, what I consider to be a universal right. My symptoms are different every day, and I'm on a very aggressive treatment plan. Today, my symptoms include twitching and trembling, muscle spasms, fatigue and exhaustion, joint pain and weakness, jaw pain, eye twitching, and an improved symptom just as of today, slurred speech. These are both musculoskeletal and neurological symptoms that nobody signs up for. You don't want to get diagnosed with a disease that you had no idea about and took 6 years to be diagnosed with. In my 6 years of trying to find answers, I've gone to over 50 doctors. I've had great health insurance, and I've had less than great health insurance. I pay out of pocket for my health insurance, like a lot of Americans do. What Mitt Romney wants to do is to put the money back into the pockets of healthcare and not into the pockets of so many struggling Americans. This disease, even though I'm fighting it, has crippled me in several ways, but it's made me more of a political advocate than ever. Because in former elections, sometimes I wouldn't even vote. But this vote and this election has so much riding on it that I can't possibly stay home that day from the polls. Muscle spasms or not, vertigo or not, exhaustion or fatigue, joint pain, eye twitching, tiredness, emotional stress, depression, any one of those coming from this disease won't keep me at home. I'm choosing to get my vote out for President Barack Obama to re-elect him so that his implementation program, the Affordable Care Act, that the Supreme Court passed into law after Congress tried to eradicate it, will be put into effect in 2014. And I will not be denied coverage for my several pre-existing conditions, now of which includes Lyme disease, Babesia duncani, herpes simplex virus, not the STD, the other virus, Epstein-Barr virus, and several others that it's not worth mentioning. For me, this election is personal. I think I've already stated that. But when you wake up with a symptom like slurred speech, it just puts your life into perspective a little bit more. I can't wait to be working again. I can't wait to join the workforce and use my college degree and my time and my talents for good to improve this great country that we live in. If you're undecided about this election, please let me share my story with you like I just have, and please hear it, because this election is so personal to me, and it may be the difference between life and death, quite literally. When I saw Sicko several years ago, in the comfort of my home on my couch with popcorn, I never dreamed that an America like that truly existed. Well, several years later, after 50 doctors, neurologists, ENT, surgery, blood tests, over $10,000 of out-of-pocket expenses, and crazy amount of health debt, not debt that I put on a credit card, but debt that keeps piling up and prohibiting me from starting my life, I ask you to search your heart and see if this election is riding on so many things for you as it is me. Sometimes I'm not able to thoroughly express what's going on in my brain and what comes out in my speech. This is one of the occupational hazards of having an autoimmune disease that I probably got from being on a hike in Maine or Virginia, or maybe on a beach in Florida. Who really knows where or when? But what I do know is that I have the answers now. And with my family's support and my fiance's support and my friends' support, I'm moving forward. By electing President Barack Obama back into office, I'm ensuring a future for myself and countless other Americans who have much and far more aggressive treatments and diseases than I do. I'm blessed to know that I have Lyme disease and I have a good protocol and good supplements to use to treat it, but so many don't know what they have. They may have cancer and they don't have a cure. They may have just been diagnosed with a life-threatening illness or be handicapped by MS and not have the money to pay their bills. Please don't let this happen for America and for Americans. Thank you. Have a great day. And don't forget to vote for the right thing on November 6th.